Hi guys, so it's Judy in the kitchen again. So today I'm going to show you a variation on the Pampered Chef sausage and egg breakfast ring. Now this is my first time making it, so we'll see how it turns out. But it's really pretty simple. Now this recipe calls for onion, bell pepper, and some other things that I didn't have in my kitchen or that I chose not to add because I'm not a real fan of onion and bell pepper in my breakfast. But what I do have, and I've already prepped, are scrambled eggs. I didn't have breakfast sausage, so what I'm making is with some ham I had in the freezer that we thawed out. Then I chopped it up and I added it to the scrambled eggs when I was making it. I chopped it up using this wonderful knife. Again, this comes, you can buy it individually or in a set. This knife, they call it a full tang because it's one piece of metal. Guaranteed for life as long as you're not using it professionally. So if you're a professional chef, it's not guaranteed for life. I also used our cutting mat, and you have seen some videos on me using these things, so I'm not going to bore you with that. Now, with the recipe, and there are other videos showing you how I use this to chop up onions and things, so I'm not going to do that here today. If you want to see those videos and you can't find them, let me know and I'll show you where they're at. This is called the manual food processor, and it comes with a lid so you can actually chop stuff up early and be ready. So this recipe is to be used on the Pampered Chef stoneware. Now I have a couple of pieces, but the one that I have that's not still in the box is the pizza stoneware. And so what you do is you take and lightly oil the stoneware and then you take crescent rolls and tear them apart and you lay them out on the stoneware. Let's see if I can get that to angle right. So, and then what you do is, to make sure it's well sealed here, is you take a rolling pin, and they have this one that's a perfect size for this, and you just kind of mush it together. Now, it also calls for you to grate your own cheese, which I didn't have any of that kind of cheese, and all I have is mozzarella, so it's going to be a mix. So really, this is really easy to use. You have the smaller size if what you're trying to roll is small, and then the larger if you need it. And 99% of all the stuff I'm showing you, not all of it, but 99% of it is dishwasher safe. So, I'm going to put this on a trivet, and real quick, I need to make an egg wash, but it's real simple. It's simply the egg white. With a little bit of water. Because once I get done building this, I'm going to put it that way. So let me just show you this. I've got all my counter space taken up here. So basically, this is also a Pampered Chef gadget that just folds like this. And you, oh, maybe a little heavy for this container. But simply drop your egg in it, and the white will drop into the bowl, and the yolk will stay here, just like that. So then I take the yolk and put it there. I actually had a recipe I was using recently that used the egg whites and the yolks separately. Let me check how much water. It says half a teaspoon of water, so I'm going to add some water. Mix it up real good. So this is going to be ready to use when I get to that point. Now, to build it and I'm going to tell you too, you can go to their website. They have a number of rings like this. Like there's a great taco ring. So you use your taco seasonings, your peppers, your cheeses, and things that go with those things. Now the eggs here are cooled because they tell you to use them cooled. And you simply build them on all the way around, and I'll probably end up adding some more. It calls for a lot of eggs, so unless you're planning on freezing it, if it's just a couple of you, or, I mean, this makes a great breakfast if you're having a lot of people over. You can add some fresh fruit to the menu, cereal for the littles if they don't like eggs. Now, normally I would, if I was doing this for someone outside our home, I would have on my food safe gloves. But since it's for my house and my husband and I to eat, I think we're okay. So you just keep going around and filling it in until you get all that mixture in. Now this spoon is part of a set that was released in the summer. It's a really nice spoon. It's silicone on the outside, but it's got steel on the inside, so it's a sturdier spoon than some of them in the past. This pot is part of the Brilliance collection that they released in September of last year. And it has like a 10-year warranty, and it comes with some really great pots and pans. And the cool thing about it is, once you've used it, now I did add a little butter to this when I made my scrambled eggs, so I'll have to deal with that. But all you have to do is wipe it out initially to clean it. And this is dishwasher safe. So I'm going to put that back on the stove just to get it out of the way. So the next thing you do, in this case, is you add cheese. Like I said, I didn't have a block of cheese to grate, so I'm just going to add mozzarella, which is the only cheese I had grated in my refrigerator. So just add it just like this. Now after this you could add whatever you wanted. If you like hot stuff, you could add peppers. I don't like hot stuff, so I didn't add it. My husband can add it later if he wants it. But that's really it. So you build it, and so the next thing you do is you simply pull these over and kind of tap them to the other one. And you just keep doing that till you've got the whole thing built. Now, like I said, this is my first time doing this. I have watched the video many times. I like to study before I do things. So you just pull it over just like this. And the taco ring is cool because when you let it sit for a minute, it firms up, and then you just slice it, and everybody can get it just like they would a slice of cake even. So that's how you build it. Now the next thing they tell you to do, and I'm just going to tuck some stuff in here. The next thing you need to do is to put the egg mixture on it. I'm going to wash my hands real quick. And I hope you don't mind watching this video at Christmas time, because some days I'm not going to remake them. And right now it's Valentine's, or almost Valentine's. So the next step is simply to do a light coating of egg yolk mixture over each one. Oops, guess I ought to do it that direction to keep it from pulling off. And this is going to help with the browning process. So my oven is already preheating, and when it's done, I will post a picture of it on there, or maybe just do a second video so you can see when I pull it out and when I cut it. But as with anything like this, you're supposed to let it sit for a minute or two before you cut into it to give it a chance to settle. Okay, that's all the egg whites. Let me go around to the sides here and make sure they all got done. And I just took a brush similar to this one and just regular old vegetable oil to baste this. You could probably use olive oil if that's your preference, since it's got some spices in the meat that they call for. It's coming apart. Okay, stay put. So the next thing is, it goes in the oven for 30 minutes or until the top is golden brown. Obviously, the only thing that's not cooked here is the pastry. So, that's it. I'll let you know when it's ready. Bye.